Hi folks, here we are up at Hershey. This is an AACA swap meet, Hershey, Pennsylvania. This is a 2025 fall meet. We're going to do a walk around of the whole place. It's a big swap meet. There's a car show, there's a car corral, so we got like 7 videos coming out here, so catch them all, but this is going to be one of them. This will be the green field, and we'll start walking, show you what there is. Well folks, we're going to start way in the back. We're way at the end of the green field here. It's a very long field, and we'll work our way to the front so we can get back to our booth. This one's a 41 Packard. 47,000 Woody wagon. I don't see the Packard Woodies too often. And we'll show you as many prices and information as we can. Not everything's got prices on them. $16.50 on that one. Little Cushman. This is the people that have them here. There's the Cushman right there. They've reduced the price a little bit, but they got all kinds of stuff on this board. And there's their phone number right there. Look at this little drag car here, Model T. This is pretty cool. Got the fuel tanks on the front. Got a custom-made trailer there. And this one is $24.5. That'd be fun for the vintage drags right there.
How are you? Doing good.
Tubular frame on that. Quick change axle, little push bumper on the back. You're liable to see anything. Here's all kinds of different stuff. Here's a Great Bear Spring Company water bottle there with the original wooden crate, 70 bucks. Bob's Big Boy there for $7.50. I was going for an airplane there, walking away with it. Must have bought that somewhere. Check out some of the stuff as we go by. Kind of pan over them. I see kind of an interesting little car up here. See what this is. That's kind of a cool pedal car of sorts, I guess, or maybe it was a carnival ride. $275 on the chopper bike. It looks like some 58 Chevy bottom trim there, it says. I don't recognize it myself, but that's what they got written on it. And they got some cool stuff here. Look at this Cadillac spring tension. It's an advertising piece right there for the dealership. This is cool too. Here are the paper bags. 53 Chevy. $150 on the pair of fenders there. And we got an early brass Model T here. 1912. I don't think that one's for sale. It's just a driver. You'll see some that are for sale and some that are not. That's a spotlight, but I don't know what they did. Put a knob in the center of it for some reason. And we got $200 pair of headlights there, $150 on the Chevy grill. Look at the body working tools, $300, $350 on those. That's a cool sign there for $750, I think. The signs, probably a sign painter had that on his pickup or something. Showing his skills. All kinds of cool stuff in there. There's a Jeep grill there for $375. And over here we got some lights there, $350 a piece on the ruffle edge lights. Yeah, this guy's got all kinds of early Chevy stuff here. 39 Chevy pickup front fender there for $850. 19 Chevy rear fender. Look at the new old stock 31 Chevy fender there for $850. Early Chevy parts. He's got all kinds of them. Mostly 20s and 30s from the looks of it. There's a grill insert there for 75 bucks. It's cheap enough. Windshield stanchions for convertible there. And he's got all kinds of the taillight stands there. Look like about 60 bucks a piece, depending on what they are. That's a cool deal here. $2,000 with the cross ram manifold there. There's the phone number on it. $175 on the Ford tailgate. Airplane there for 200 bucks. 56 Ford grill there, $250 on that one. Mostly early Ford stuff in this booth. Nice trip lights here. Commercial ones too, the painted style. Those are $400 for the pair. Not too bad. This guy's got a 41 Packard tranny. He's got all kinds of cars for sale on. There's a Triumph up on there. 60 El Caminos on the bottom. There's the Packard Woody wagon that we showed a minute ago. Anyway, there's all the information on that. Looks like the 137 Packard there. There's the card.
I need the senior ones that are more round, that don't have
The Red Baron airplane there.
You know what I'm talking about?
So I guess he's the one that had the Packard Woody wagon there that we showed a couple minutes ago. Yeah, looks like we got an early racing car body there. Now this guy does all kinds of work on motors and stuff. You can see the information up on there. Rebuilding Model A, T, V8B, flathead stuff. There's one of their engines they've built up. And you can see they got a bunch of engines right along in here. 3645, $4,000 on that one. 6400 on that one, Model B block. So it just depends what they are, but you can get a hold of them if you're interested. I'll show you the card one time quick. There it is. Transmissions as well. Look at the tri-carb setup on this Model A. That's pretty cool. 3 Strombergs on there. Kind of showing off what they can do. There's a 36 Ford grill there. Look at all the hood ornaments here too.
That was up at
$250 on the one with the plastic wing on it. It's a nice mascot here. I don't know how well you can see it. You can put the flags on it. It's got the guy standing there playing a violin on it. All kinds of antique toys. That's a Sunny moving van there. Don't see any prices on them. SS console there. And we got a whole slew of Packard stuff here, mostly anyway. There's one, looks like a Chevy hood ornament there, but a lot of this other stuff is Packard. Even got a couple grills back here. Some banjo steering wheels, got 500 on that top one. Grill guard there. These are 65 to 100 bucks. Handles are 50 to 150 depending on condition. And we got the Keystone Packard deal here. So they got all kinds of Packard stuff in there if you're interested in Packards or you're working on a Packard of some sort. Yeah, this guy's got all kinds of 39 to 46 era GMC and Chevy stuff here. Here's his information if you need it. He's got headlights, he's got garnish moldings, trim. There's some of the bullnose pieces here. That's a chrome one. Got some painted ones, 125 on that. There's a straighter one, 150 on that one. Headlights here, 125 a piece. Inner grill panels, and he's got fenders and stuff back there. Well, I'm just going to jump back here and show you the grill he's got. This is a new old stock, 41 to 46 GMC grill there. You won't see one of those again. $27.50 on that one. Same guy with the card I just showed you. Well, we'll just keep walking here. Got all kinds of miscellaneous stuff in this booth here. 51, that looks like a vacuum tank, I guess, for a Packard. This is mostly Packard stuff in this booth as well. 40s and 50s era stuff. There's some 30s wheels there. So if you're into Packards or classic cars, you really got to come to a swap meet like this because there's more here than you'll see in any other spot. Yeah, this guy's got all kinds of oil cans, signs, license plates. 35 on the Medalist. All-American 75. Prices varied. Defender one in the back is there's 110. Those Texaco signs are 375 and 395 on them, depending on which one. Nice clean Kendall sign there for rocker can, $5.95 on that. Then he's got a lot of smaller stuff in here. Bicycle headlight, 75 bucks. And there's all kinds of quart cans and stuff over there. Well, this guy's got all kinds of interesting stuff here. Look at the Tiger tray there with the cups. Some antique scales there, 50 bucks a piece. And we got an interesting Trico display up there, 125 on that. Nice looking Trico piece that would be in our parts store or whatever. And we got all kinds of miscellaneous along here. Different toys and advertising pieces. Here's some posters. Hershey 2003. There's the New England Patriots right there. If you're into them, get a license plate. Now we got some miscellaneous antiques and stuff over here. Fruit presses, I guess, is what that one is. It looks like, I'm always confused with the two. If they're, some of them are sausage stuffers, some are fruit presses. 200 bucks on the telephone sign there. Northern Lights generator sets, diesel generators, kind of cool. There's the guy's name right there on the card if you need it. Got all kinds of signs and stuff in there. Coolers, here's a Miller Lite sign. And some Coca-Cola stuff. And we got all kinds of Camaro bumpers there on the end, trim pieces. Look at the Whizzer bicycle with the gas engine on it. Here's a 1917 Hartford bike there with accessories, $2,500. What's kind of unusual, see the tool bag there and the little bell that rings on the tire there when it rubs in the tire. It's got some cool accessories on it. And we got scoot along here. We got some more toys and stuff over here. Look at this thing here. This is a dentist drill there, an early dentist drill. Kind of interesting. It's a prop here for $3.25. Dentist drill was $300. This nice early Buddy Ells here. The bus up on the top is $2,000.
Yeah, there you go.
Look at the Zeppelin there. 75 bucks on the heavy cast iron Zeppelin. Got some more bicycles and stuff over here. One's got all kinds of carburetors here. You got gaskets, different filters, springs, you name it. There's all kinds of carburetor rebuild parts here, and some rebuilt carbs as well. There's the information. So if you're trying to get your engine running great and need to rebuild the carburetor, there you go. Yeah, you got all kinds of radios here. Looks like 15, 20 bucks a piece on those. Some Plymouth trim here, windshield trim, fenders and windows. There's a 37 or 8 Dodge or Plymouth rear window garnish, quarter window. Yes. And we got some Mopar radiators here. It's 36 Imperial. You won't see that very often if you need one. 500 bucks on that one. Look at the Caddy wheels there, chrome wheels, spoked. Pat's Antique Auto right there, restoration. Let's kind of scan over some of this stuff. Here's one of these Eastwood SCT tools. I used one there, 100 bucks for doing body work. There's some Model A powerhouse generators. Those are off the earlier Model A's there. You got an early Ford V8 transmission there. That's an unusual carburetor there. I don't know if it's a Zenith. Maybe somebody can tell us what that one is. I've never seen one quite like that. Kind of funky. Got a big screen on the top of it there. Don't recognize that one. Never seen one before. Well, we're kind of on the edge of the car corral. You can see all the cars down that whole line. That road goes all the way around this place. It's about a mile long, and it's cars for sale all over the place. Hundreds and hundreds of them. Look at the nice early air hose here, retractor. $575 on that out of a garage. But anyway, we're going to do a video of that car corral as well. So just, keep an eye on our other videos and catch them all. Well, we got some Packard stuff in here. All kinds of Packard stuff here. There's grills all along the wall. There's hubcaps, there's trim, you name it.
We're trying, but
You can see their card right here if you're looking for something. I don't know if it says something on the back. No. That's Max Merritt Packard parts. You can look that up too if you can't see the number back there. Is a nice trunk here with all the inserts, and it has a little Packard emblem on it. There's a lot of Packard stuff here if you're into the. Boy, that thing's loud. Loud beep on that back up. But anyway, here's an early Packard here. 1902 Model F. It's a nice one there with the wicker basket on it and everything. Yeah, it looks like we got all kinds of emblems here. There's a Plymouth one, 49 or 50 boat. 90 bucks on that one. There's an older one, maybe a 37 or so. 90 bucks on that one as well. And we got a Chrysler Badger. 75 on that one. Give you an idea of some of the prices anyway. 100 and a quarter on the Texaco Fire Chief Child's helmet there. And looks like we got some early motorcycles up here. Got some information on this one. It's a 1905 Reading Standard. And there's a 23, so they show you the different prices on them there. 15 Harley Twin. And that's the phone number on that sign, but here's a couple of them here. That one. Get that one back in there. Kind of nice barn find originals. That's the Reading Standard there, one of them. Pretty cool. Well, we got a Dodge here, 1964 Dodge 880, 7200 on that one. Don't see the phone number on that to give you, but kind of a cool car right there, four-door sedan. Well, we got all kinds of lights and stuff in this booth. There's a nice big headlight right there. There's some trip lights there, smaller size. I've got some like this that I bought in the other field that are painted, so they're commercial, but those are chrome ones there. There's a Model T line boring tool there. And we got a nice Schwinn bicycle back there. That one is 800 bucks on that. Nice clean original paint on it. And looks like we got another motorcycle over here. This one says no title, 300 bucks. The Honda Dream, good parts bike. And we got 400 on the John Deere pedal tractor there. Over here we got a 29 Pontiac sedan here. 14 grand, there's all your information on it. Nice original interior. Really nice inside actually. Original paint. Need some door handles, got the die-cast door handles snapped off it, but good original car otherwise. Always like the Mascots on those, the radiator cap. Pretty cool Survivor right there. I got a bunch of steering columns here, looks like Ford stuff. Some Model A parts and V8 Ford stuff here. There's an F1 cowl vent door there. $5, cheap enough. Some heaters there, 25 on that one, 50 on that one. New old stock 40s Ford Fenders here. Well, this one's not for sale, but it's a car worth looking at here. Nice Packard coupe right there. This one comes out of Ohio. Got a rumble seat in the back. Great looking car. All nicely restored. Probably be in the show, I'm guessing. We'll also do a video at the show if you want to catch that. But we'll be over there videoing day after tomorrow. And this guy's going to open it up for us. This thing's really nice inside. Nicely restored. Give you an idea what they look like inside. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, this guy's got some hard to find advanced design stuff. Got some look like panel truck front seats there, 1200. It's got the rear clamshell hinges, upper and lower. Looks like 350 a set on those. 200 on the door there. These are cab over fenders too. You don't see those too often. Sold already though. But if you're looking for some harder to find advanced design stuff, that guy's got some cool stuff in that tent. Nice pair of brass lights there for $250. Look at all the beer cans soldered together there. I'm not sure why they're all soldered together, but they are. Got a $400 little wind-up cord. Nice original paint. Look at this motorcycle over here. It's got a Chrysler engine on it. Got the inline Chrysler engine. Pretty cool, kind of a rat rod bike.
Is that a 4-cylinder?
Yeah, a little Chrysler engine.
Wow.
And he's got $80 on the ride-on toy there.
Pull it at you.
Yeah, this guy's got lots and lots of hood ornaments. I bought one from him last year. But he's got a huge collection of stuff. Look at all the Mascots here. I think some of those might be Buicks up there with the face on them.
Grab us 20 and tell him thank you. We'll do 20. Just get it going, man.
Look at this toolbox here made up with a Studebaker step on it. And we got some nice E&J headlights there for $5 for a pair of those. Those are really hard to come by. Jump over to the other side here. Got a nice Mona motor oil there, can there. That's a real rare one there. $3,500 on that. And we'll just kind of scoot over this side. Over here we got all kinds of hood panels and running boards, all kinds of stuff up in there. We're just going to get down the aisle a little bit because there's some music here. So we'll jump over this way. Model T parts there. And looks like a bunch of Model T stuff on that side too as well. Fenders and headlights and all kinds of stuff. Well, we got all kinds of early fenders here as well. Scoot along here. There's some fender skirts on the edge. Some nice Massachusetts plates here. Got the pair of 1912s for $250 on those. It's a nice triple headlight or tail light there. 559 Caddy air conditioning parts. Some Cadillac stuff here as well. 48.9 Cadillac convertible quarter windows. And we got a nice little Edison cylinder player there for $250 on that one. I got all kinds of stuff in here. Look at the Lincoln V12 hubcaps. Those are pretty cool. Those are for the wide 5 pattern wheel. Something in the mid to late 30s. Chrysler grill there. $150 on this large sign bracket. That's a nice sign bracket if you get a sign to hang off it. And we'll jump up here. Got some more, looks like some Model A cabs or something up the aisle here. Kind of scoot down these tables. Kind of see what a lot of these are here and there. Well, over here we got all kinds of British stuff. Austin, MG, Triumph. Different parts. All kinds of British stuff in there. And over here is where the cabs are. I think there's a truck cab and maybe a sport coupe. Get $50 on the windshield frame, chopped windshield frame. Yep, it's a 3031 cab there and a 28.9 sport coupe back there, it looks like. We got a 31 Model A Vicky here, Victoria body style. You can see the padded top and kind of a hump on the back there. It's a different style body. There's your information on it. Don't see the price. It is a nice car though. We've actually got one of these ourselves. This one has dual side mounts on it. But a nice older restoration on that one. There's a good looking Coke machine there, a little skinny one, Vendo. We got some pedal cars over here. This is a little Cadillac Fire Chief, $775 on that one. Look at the old Regina pneumatic cleaner there. It's kind of cool. Quaker State sign here, $775. Kind of pan over that stuff. And we got a old gas pump here on the corner for $900, kind of rusty. We got a little Model A coupe here, 31 Model A coupe. There's your phone number and stuff. This one is $25,000. Show winner, it says. Nice looking car there. And we got a few more on the board here. Some Jags and looks like a Mercury down there. Some cool stuff. There's the card right there if you need them. Yeah, we'll kind of scoot down the row here. Look at the Maytag sign there. Maytag man, $675. Marathon there is $900. Quite a display of stuff here. Look at all the fender skirts and everything. Just kind of pan around here. Look at all the stuff over here too. Some nice outboard motors. Evinrude's. This one here is a Mercury for $150. Nice early toolbox here, $400. Look at the painting on there too, York, Pennsylvania. the portable U.S. Army forge. That's pretty cool. It's got a blacksmith forge there, right in the original crate or metal box for $800. A couple anvils here, $500 and $600. This is a cool light display, light bulb display here. Champion lamps, $550 on that. Nice tin advertising. And over here we got a nice traffic light. Looks like a 4-way for $1,000. Some Mac emblems there, 45 on the gold ones, 75 on the chrome. Hood ornament there, the Bulldogs. Pennsylvania porcelain plates. Look at all the pocket watches and stuff in there. You're liable to find anything here. We even bought a phonograph here. So at the end of the video, we'll show you what we bought in this field. We did get a few things, so stay tuned to the end and we'll show you what we got. Our cart's getting kind of full from the previous field we did, so it's kind of hard to add a bunch more. But there's a Whippet sign there, $200 or $800, sorry. Painted tin sign. Another one on the corner there for $695 on that one, the other Whippet. All kinds of cool advertising in there. I like the Kelly tire sign there, that's a nice one. And over here we got a little Ford. Check it out here. $375 on the Pennsylvania plates.
I'm good.
Some nice little
It's mine.
German tin Model Ts in there for $350.
Good to see you.
So this one is $29,000.
It's a nice car. Oh, yeah.
It's a 4-door sedan, nicely restored. Don't see any phone number on it.
Oh, year and a half. Oh, I thought maybe you had it since you were... No. I didn't get
Anyway,
it from my
guys got a cool collection there. And we'll jump over to this side. Look at the Case tractor grill there. $225 on that one. This guy's got some international tractor stuff up in there. Over here we got all kinds of quart cans. Look at all the quart cans here. Varying prices. I see anywhere from $20 to up to $195. The ones I can see anyway. Now we got some Saucony signs there. Got the little Evil Knievel trike there. All kinds of advertising over on this side. This guy's got an auction here. You can check him out. Smalls to the Walls Facebook auction group. All kinds of cool stuff in there. $2,500 on the general repairing motor tune-up sign. Let's give you a quick glance at what he's got. Got some cool stuff in there. Look at the Dunlop sign, or a part of a sign. I'm not sure exactly what. That must have been a display of some sort. And we got a Econoline van here, 1965. Price is $18,900 on this one. Looks like somebody's been sleeping in the back of it, using it as their motorhome. It's a super van. There's all your information on it. You can pause on that if you want to. Pretty cool little van though. Yeah, we got a lot of Ford stuff in here. 38 to 40 skirts, $300 it says. Got some Mercury stuff there as well, Mercury caps. And we'll check out these two cars here. Hi. Got a Ford Thunderbird here. This one is $30,900. There's all your information. Got a 312, 56 Bird. And we got this Ford Coupe here. This one is, let's see, $22,900 it looks like on that one. Now we got a cool Lincoln here, Mark IV convertible. This one is $27,900. 81,000 miles it says. There's your phone number. Pretty wild, huh? Look at the slide down rear window too. And it's got this kind of an area here where the top folds down into there. Pretty wild car. Well, we got a good looking Buick right here. This is helping advertise for the Buick Club of America there. And they got a great looking Buick convertible, 1956 on that one. Not for sale. Well, this guy's got fresh chestnuts there, $3 a bag. Don't see that every day. All kinds of new old stock GM trim here, 50s, 60s stuff mostly. And I got a 41 Chevy grill there, 32 headlight buckets on a bar there. Look at the 32 grill insert, nice original. And we got a 34 grill there. No prices on any of them.
So it's like 12.50. We should leave.
Guys got some early wire wheels up here. I'll check those out. Those are Studebaker. Over here we got a visible gas pump. Looks like 2,800 on that one. 300 on the 28.9 fuel tank. Got some really clean Model A fenders here. Look at them. Really clean. Here's what I was telling you on one of the videos. Those are the coupe style, coupe or pickup or roadster, the real wide ones. And these ones are skinnier on the top, or sedan, just to show you the difference. Nice pair there for $2,000 for the pair, all painted up. Front fenders.
Wow.
And we got all kinds of parts and pieces here. Radios, manifolds. Look at the cylinder head here. Straight 8 cylinder head. Just a slew of pieces and parts there. I'm going to jump onto the other side here and show you a couple bicycles over this way. This one's an AMF Roadmaster. There's a Whizzer motor on a, not sure what type of frame that is. BF Goodrich it says. That might be a Schwinn one, I'm not sure. 1950 on that one. And we got $5 a piece on the hubcaps there. All kinds of hubcaps. These in this row are all $10 a piece. Lenses and bezels and all kinds of stuff. And then all the hubcaps are $5 a piece all the way down there. It's quite a sea of them there. There's some Model Ts. That's a 1917 Model T Roadster there, 9,500 on that one. And we've got a Model A in the back here. This one's a pickup truck, 1930. Pretty good looking older restoration, 1930 Model A there. And you can see all the information in the sign. I know. $22,000 on that one. New Jersey plates on it. There's their phone number if you want to get a hold of them. They got that Model A there and the Model T right here. Well, this guy's got some toys in here. That's a nice little ideal futuristic car there in the box for $75. It's cheap enough. $75 a wheel on the wire wheels there. Another old motorcycle there, $950 on that one. Motorbike. Some new old stock uppers for a 41 Ford car, $975 for the pair. Look at the belt drive on that bike too. And a wild bike, looks like a European of some sort. And we got a Cutaway engine here. This guy's got all kinds of Ford stuff here. This one's sold, but that's a Cutaway of a Model T engine. There's all their information if you're looking to get hold of them on any of that Ford stuff there. Those are nice L29 cord headlights there. Nice pair of them. And look at this carved wood Chrysler. That's pretty wild. You can mount it to the wall. Looks like it coming out of the wall. Made up out of a bunch of pieces of laminated wood. I don't see the price on that one. That's part of the Woody collection there. They got all kinds of tin Woodies there. That is kind of a wild carving though. Somebody spent some time on that. Yeah, we'll just jump across the aisle here. Got all kinds of oil cans here and advertising signs. Look at them all. Quite a slew of them here. It's got $7.95 on the Pennzoil can up top there. $2.95 on that gargoyle. Gonna check this sign back here. This is a cool one here. Dry gin, it says. It's got a little fire damage Let's get the dog sitting there. I wonder what's keeping the boss. Well, the boss is apparently drinking dry gin. It's a cool sign any which way. And we got quite a few of them out here on the ground as well. Got 250 on the Coke base. Got some stamper signs. I got one of those out of the dump out our way. Somebody threw out, engine shop threw out a bunch of those old snapper signs. Yeah, this lady's got all kinds of vintage clothing and stuff. Some of that stuff sells really well here because they want to dress up with the vintage clothing while they're driving the old car. There's some Pennsylvania license plates. 175, 250 in the middle, 100 on the top. There's a Studebaker 1964 GT Hawk right there, 34.5 on that one. Really nice car, nicely restored. There's a Dodge Magnum here. I think we might have seen a couple of these over at the Carlisle car corral. So if you're watching these, you might want to catch all the Carlisle ones we did as well. We did the Carlisle swap meet, which is also a big, huge swap meet, and the car corral and the auction and everything over there. So we've got lots of videos coming out, so just stay tuned. 12.5 on the 79 Magnum. And they got a LeBaron there and a Cordoba here, if you're interested. Mostly decent low mileage cars. This one needs a little repair to the plastic fender extensions, but pretty cool stuff. There's a funky little car here. This is a Go-Go Mobile, 1958. You can see where they're racing it back in the day. Little Le Mans right there, 12.5 on this one. So it's a little racing Go-Go Mobile. Don't know that I've ever seen a racing one before. And we got all kinds of stuff on here. This is the Bean Farm. There's your phone number and stuff from New Hampshire. So they got all kinds of cool stuff on there. Look at the Lincoln there, 18.5, 33 Ford right there, 60 grand. Look at the Hudson there.
That's a flathead Ford.
And we got a Model B, or a 33 ton and a half panel truck there, dual wheel panel, 50 grand. So he's got lots of cool stuff on there.
Up in New Hampshire, are you?
In New Hampshire, yes.
There's all kinds of them inside. Here's the Batmobile, 8,500. So any of those that you're interested in, you can give them a ring. There's a 55 Chevy as well. I think it's the same guy.
Sound like it before.
42.5. 56 Chevy power brake unit there. Oh, we got a bunch of scooters here. 650 on that one. 700 on the Trail 90. Mopeds or scooters, whatever you want to call them. Guess you'd call them mopeds, probably. 2 grand on that one. Looks like it's all really clean. These are cool. Here, look at these old jack stands here. Kind of Art Deco styling, triangular base there, 65 bucks. 95 on the Bilky fire truck. All kinds of little toys in here. Cases full of them. Tootsie Toys over here. And up here we got all kinds of Model A parts. Doors, quarter panels, here's the back panels. These are all 30-31. You can tell those have the double body line across there. This is 28.9, has a single solid line across there. Look at the belly tank there as well. All kinds of cool hot rod potential here. Just some nice headlights back in there. Look at all the good headlights here. Those are all E and J headlights right there. Those are really valuable. I didn't see a price on them. And we got Model A pickup parts here. It's a 28.9 cab that's all blown apart. Another one here. Get the backs laying down. There's some pickup boxes. There's some more doors up in there. All Model A stuff. Well, here's a great looking Chrysler Roadster. I think I saw this drive by our booth earlier. Great styling. Look at the grill on that stuff. Sounded really good when it went by. Kind of unusual tire tread pattern there. But a great looking car. I think that's somebody's show car. It's not for sale. Look at the 4-digit 32 Connecticut plate on there. Really nice though. Now we got a 47 Chrysler convertible there, 20 grand. 48 Olds there, 30 grand. There's their phone number and all. A bunch more info on them there. There's the 49 Dodge convertible. And we'll jump over here. We got some sort of motorbike down here. Looks like an early motorcycle sidecar chassis there. Says Indian parts wanted. This thing's cool here too. The Blackhawk Bantam Porter Power, 1800 on that. Cool piece. And this is called a 1948 Salisbury 95. 5200 on that one. That's a funky looking bike, isn't it? Pretty cool. $3,500 on the Rooms for Tourists guest house. Nice painted wood sign. This guy's got some cool advertising here. Look at the motorcycles. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The wooden door there. Drugstore sign is cool too. Painted wood. There's the Empire frame and body ink. That's a big sign right there. Cool stuff. You can see their phone number back there on that white sign if you want it. Pause on there and blow it up. Well, here's an auction coming up here. You can see all the information on it right there. And they got all kinds of race car stuff and Offenhauser, midget racers, all kinds of cool stuff. And they also have some automobilia down at the bottom there. So if you're interested in that auction, you can check it out. Look at this here. $49,000 on this. That's all the information. 1968. I don't know why I keep getting near that guy with that loud beeping cart there. Every time I get near him, he backs up and it has this loud screeching beep. Anyway, pretty cool Volkswagen right there with 2 roof racks on it. This guy's got some nice accessories. Look at these mirrors here. That's a nice one. $650 on that one. Clamps onto your side mount spare tire. This is a really valuable headlight. That's a wood light. Looks like he's got a single one there if you're trying to make up a pair. Some more vintage clothing. And you can see there's C's and C's of stuff. Here's a 36 Ford pickup grill there. Pretty good one. Good solid grill. Got some, needs a little straightening up in there. $400, so it's cheap enough. And we got some pedal cars. Pedal tractor there. Looks like $275 on that one. Nice little Ford toolkit there right in the box. All the Ford wrenches and everything. There's a nice power steering, Master Guide power steering, 50th anniversary Ford steering wheel there. Good piece. Got some nice Ford accessories in here. Ford and Mercury stuff. There's a glass top right there, insert. Well, we're up here on the road. It's about lunchtime. I just thought I'd show you a couple of these food stands. Are kind of cool. There's a Model A truck there, and we got the Ghostbusters here selling shirts and souvenirs and stuff. And there's the car right there. Well, we'll keep walking down the aisles here. This guy's got all kinds of Model A stuff here. Got some nice clean seats there. Not clean, but you know, decent seats for $200 for the pair.
The spring and the hardware for that.
Windshield frame needs some rust repair for $50. And we got some Victoria door garnishes there for $300. Those are harder to come by. And we got $19,500 on this 58 Chevy. I don't know if you'll be able to see that number. It's 908-303-3158. Good looking Chevy. Got an early Hudson, it looks like over there. It's in between there. Nice little Roadster, early Hudson. Looks like a barn find Survivor. Got a Model T turtle deck there on the ground. That looks like they're unloading here. It's a double-decker bus here. It's kind of wild. Let's see what the front says here, what kind of truck it's based off of. It's a Traffic, it says on the radiator. That's pretty wild. Don't know that I've ever seen one of those. Fifth Ave, Coach Avenue Company, New York. Pretty cool. All kinds of pieces and parts. Seems never ending when you walk around this place. I mean, it's just gigantic. There's about 21 miles of aisles. And about 10,000 vendors. Now we got a 66 GTO 3x2 manifold there. 1,500 bucks. A lot of muscle car stuff in here. Look at all the bucket seats here. 69 to 72. 1,200 bucks. There's all the consoles. 600 on the one on the end there. There's a Ram Air manifold. 3,200 on that. It's a valuable one. And here's the cylinder head. 69 Ram Air 4. 7,500 on the pair of those. All kinds of Newell stock mirrors here. You even get a remote mirror. Mostly GM stuff. And we got a Dodge convertible here, Hornet convertible. Looks like a 56. Got the little Hemi engine in it. California plates. There's all your information. It's 34,000. There's all your phone number if you can read that. It's hard to see through that window. Anyway, good solid body, convertible, and it's for sale with a little Hemi engine. What more could you ask for? Well, we got a Cadillac here, 1941 Caddy. This one's a coupe, Series 62. Looks like a nice car there. There's all your information. And we got a 40 Ford sedan delivery. This one is 36.9. It's a 41 actually, according to this. But it looks just like a 40 to me. Good looking car. '56 Ford grill, I guess. Right hand, 175 Newell stock. Got a Model A here, Roadster. This one is 25 grand. All restored, rumble seat Roadster. There's your information there. That's also Tom Max Classics. Really nice car there. And here you can even see his thing on the side of the trailer there. Got all his advertising on there. And you got quite a pile of stuff here. This guy brings in a lot of stuff.
Customization era. Right?
Just kind of scanning over it. This guy here has got a lot of Ford stuff. Mostly Ford hot rod stuff. Look at this flathead intake here with a 4-barrel on it for 600 bucks. Yeah, this one's got all kinds of gas pump stuff here. Past Gas, Cocoa, Florida. Come all the way from Florida, but they get advertising and gas pump parts mostly. Look at this NASCAR table there, like a bar table up high. 4 1/4 on that. 2,800 on the hot peanut deal there. This guy's got an impressive setup here. Usually does. Got all kinds of nice wall hangers here. Different advertising prints and automotive stuff. This one's kind of cool here. Mercedes, 600 on that one. Like a dealer poster showing you some of the stuff on it. Nice looking pickup coming in there. First gen Cummins diesel. Still on the road. All the way from California, 2 California plates on that. All kinds of cool stuff here. Boy, look at the size of these tires. Those are for an American underslung. They got to be almost chest high. All kinds of nice lights and accessories, gauges, you name it. Here's a Model T assembly line there. Scale model for $700.
Russia, Holland, Russia. I sold to Russia. A couple of
Look at these carburetors. That's an impressive carb there. $750 on that one. It's a monster. All made out of brass. We got all kinds of advertising in here. Here's Pick and Picture Antiques. Is their number and everything. Anything you see in here you want, you can get a hold of them. There's a Sinclair Dinosaur, but they got lots of different signs. Coke cooler back there. No pricing on these, but you can check them out and give them a ring if you want. Chase's Garage, nice wood painted sign. All kinds of oil cans and stuff back up there. 1100 on the 32 firewall there. This is mostly early V8 stuff in this booth. 150 on that windshield frame there, 37 and 9. Might check that one out here in a second. All kinds of stuff down this side too. Look at the new stock Willys Coupe rear fender there, 2500. You won't see very many of those. Well, we got another little racer here. Another midget racer. That's a cool one there. Even got the helmet still in there. It says for sale, but does not show a price or anything. Tell some of the information on it here. 1937. You can pause on that if you want to read any of the information. But I don't see a price or phone number on it. Look at the Pontiac front clip back there. It's a cool piece. T10 transmission there is $650. Motorcycle engine here on a cart. Indian seat there, $150. And we got some McCormick Deering fenders here, $450 for the pair. Reproductions. Some hit and miss mufflers, tractor parts. Here's the guy here if you want to get a hold of him. And we got an early car here of some sort. Let's see what this one is. This one is an Oakland, 1913 Oakland, not for sale though. Kind of an original barn find patina car. $100 on the Model T radiator. Some sets of wheels back here. $35 a wheel on those. Those are 15-inch Ford wheels. That's a good deal. And there's some 16s back there for $35 a piece. Those are all cheap enough right there. Yeah, we got quite a few early parts in here. Got Stewart replacement parts. That guy's machining stuff and making up the pieces and parts. That looks like a Model T Roadster to the door there. $2 1/4 for that. Driver's door, $26.07. There's a Maxwell Roadster here. $32.5 on that. There's all the information. Good looking little Maxwell. Well, we got a little Mini here. 1967, $32.8. There's the price. There's his phone number over there. Kind of a cool looking little 2-door Mini. Yeah, looks like we got a Plymouth on here. 34 Plymouth, 19.5. Sedan and a coupe. 18.5 on that one. There's the guy's phone number right there. And that's a Scout right there. Got some nice Chrysler Airflows here. Kingsbury Toys. Don't see any prices on those. He does have a price on the Structo garbage truck there of $150.
And they have other businesses too, and she does.
Now we got some cool muscle bikes here. This one is a Royce Union. It's got the 5-speed shifter on there. That's $700. Got the slick in the back. Look at the banana seat. Pretty cool. Kind of a metallic purple color. This one is a Columbia. I had one like this once. It's a Columbia there, and that one is $800.
You're on your way down.
All kinds of painted up signs the guys made right there. And we got some antique or vintage signs back in there. Got $495 on the Quaker State over there. $1,500 on the air meter right here with the base. Look at the miniature car seat. That's pretty cool. And it's got different samples of the upholstery samples there. It's $450 auto seat display, it says. Pretty cool piece. Well, here's a true barn find right there. There they are, digging it out of the old barn or garage. It's a Studebaker. This one's a President. You can see it's all original inside. A little duct tape on the driver's seat back there. And we got a Jeep over here. 46 Jeep is $1,800 oboe. We'll get onto the other side here. Check out the Studebaker price. This one is $17,300. There's their information right there. 55 Studebaker President. And they've also got a 97 Ford there for $27,500. Look at all kinds of soda or pop collectibles. Depends where you're from, what you call it. $900 on the squirt cooler. $1,200 on the Pepsi cooler there. And we got a couple more vehicles for sale here. Mustang convertible. $25,000 on this one. Countryside Auto Sales. There's your information. Good looking Mustang there. And we got a 47 Ford convertible here. This one is $26,500. The same owner on that. Good looking car. And over here, this guy's got a lot of 40s and, well, let's see, 40, mostly 40s from what I can see. Ford stuff. $450 for the pair of front fenders. Ford car. With some hardtop window frames, or a convertible actually, because these are 46 to 8. Got the vent window frames there for $450 a pair. So that's all convertible stuff. And he's got the door skins right there for $850 for the pair. And across here, we got little Datsun here. Scanning around Datsun 280ZX, 67,000 miles. Looks like a nice original. Don't see any information on that one. And we got a Model T here, 23 Model T Doctor's Coupe. Again, no information on it. Good looking coupe though. And we got a Dodge pickup here, 99 Dodge, $8,500 on this one. Really clean, long box. There's the price. I don't see any further information. $9,500 on the Chevy pickup there. And we'll jump over to this side. Got all kinds of antique toys back in there. Look at the flexible fuel lines here. It's a Nimco display. But there's a couple cars here for sale as well. Well, actually, this one's already sold. That one's an Oakland. 1929 Oakland sedan. That one's already sold. Well, these people must have a lot of spaces here. They're way up here now. This one's a Dodge Dart. And the price is $12,000 on that. There's all their information right there. You can get a hold of them on that number. Good looking Dart right there, a little two-door. Now we're going to jump over this side here. Got an old Coca-Cola machine there. That one is $1,100 on that. Nice original paint. And we got here's a small block C6 for $125. Just kind of panning over this stuff. Here's a 28, 29 coupe seat there. Model A coupe seat for $75. It's cheap enough. There's a Willys front end there, $1,200. And they've got all kinds of trim and different pieces and parts there. There's Chevelle stuff here. $5 each on that table. And we got some Chevy truck gauge clusters there. 30 and 60, depending on which one you want. There's a cool bike here. Banana seat. Star Universal. 1969, $300. 78, 364 barrel there. And here's a, what they're calling a Murray 1935 Ford pedal car. I don't think it's Murray, but somebody can correct me on that. I'm not sure what brand that is, but it looks like it's been customized somewhat. 2,500 either way. And this guy's got all kinds of bicycles and toys. Looks like he's got a tandem seat bicycle frame in the back. These are the real early ones. When you have this taller neck in the front, that kind of dates it to being a much earlier bicycle. Got some nice Dietz Fire King lanterns back there. And we've got a sad face pedal car. It's got some nice cast iron. Look at all the motorcycles and the one with the sidecar and everything. Got $275 on that Champion on the end. And we got some Tonkas and stuff. This one here is a Boys Columbia chain drive bicycle frame here, $400. You can see there's no chain, it just has a little drive shaft in there. You can see the gear at the back. Got some promos here, $190 on the little Studebaker truck. That's a cool one. Here's a decent Tonka here. Let's see what the price is on that one. $250 on that with the removable bed on the back. 50s Tonka. It's a cool little fire patrol there. And a couple Smith Miller ladder trucks. Look at the Champion spark plug radio. See, it's got a radio up on the top there. It says it works for $125. Not sure what's going on up there on that seat. Well, this is an interesting bicycle here. Look at the bamboo frame on it. It's pretty wild. It's not old, it's just interesting. Oh, we got 4 1/4 on the 37 grill there, $250 on the headlights back there. Those have an 8 up on the top. I'm not sure what brand they are. Got a 40 sedan delivery dual stock rear fender there, $1,200. And we got a Chevy dual stock 2930, $275 on that one, front fender. You guys got a sea of stuff here, some reproduction, some original. Got an original Coke clock there, $300. Old BB gun there, pump action. It's an old one, 100 1/4, wood stock on it. And we got some Structo toys here, $45 on the shovel, $175 on the cement mixer. Yeah, this guy's got some hot rod stuff here. Got a reproduction 32 Firewall there for $350. Here's some 34 back to 32 truck, I believe, garnishes right there for $60. Here's a roof insert for $300. 33 4 two-door sedan. Look at the Coca-Cola piece here. That's pretty cool. $750 on that. The fountain, 1950s fountain. This is a cigarette dispenser there for $500. Let's see what the price is on those. I don't know if those are $5 each or not. I'm going to check on the price on those. I'll ask them here and see. Let's pan around and show you what there is. We got a Ford Thunderbird here. Factory E-code. 2 4 carbs. 1 out of 1,400.
Basically lean in.
7,500 with the top and 5,500 without the top. We did see a couple of those. One of the Minnesota videos we did, there was 2 of those all restored. Really nice. The E-code cars. Looks like here's the air cleaner for the dual carb setup. Well, here's a 68 Cougar here. 27 grand or best offer. 81,000 miles is your phone number. Good looking little Cougar. Kind of a really light blue, I guess. Almost looks white, but it's really light blue. From Virginia. Nice car for the money right there. I'm just kind of pan through this stuff. What is that? It's a fold-away picnic gas grill, I guess. Yeah, gas grill. That's kind of interesting. Old school one. There's a trolley box there. Cleveland Fairboy, it's called. 1940s. Oh, yeah, I'm just looking around. Thank you. That's cool, though. Cadillac caps. It's kind of cool, too. The defroster, you can see the smiling woman through there. Cool stuff. And a couple cool fog lights here. The ones with the amber lenses, a pair of them, $100 for the pair. Cat's eye. 2 1/4 on that I-70 sign back there. But he does have some cool stuff along in there. Well, this guy's got a slew of license plates. You can see that there's cases and cases of them. They're all neatly organized. But he's got a lot of them. Boy, the breeze is picking up quick here. Well, he's got a Buick grill down there for 2 1/4. Well, look at the Streamliner Hutmobile Mascot there. It's a spaceship, and there it is. One sold for $5,000 at a Bonham's auction at one point. Pretty cool piece. Won't see one of those every day. Well, this guy's got all kinds of gas station memorabilia. You can see the gas pumps down there, gas sign, lollipop deals, and signage all over the place. We got a Ford valence panel there. GMC one there for $25, but they're kind of pitted on them. Some Ford hood latches here for a car. Those are cheap enough, $10 a piece. 75 on the hood, 38.9 Ford truck. See a lot of cool hot rod stuff, a lot of 30s Ford hot rods and stuff like that, parts and pieces. Some Model 8 doors there, $100 on that one. They got some rust on the bottom. There's a grill back there for $2.50. It's a good deal for that grill. It's got some rust on the bottom, but if you're building a rat rod or something, it'd be cool. Door garnishes here. I don't know what those are. I'm gonna see if I can find out here. Yeah, it looks like a bunch more early Ford fenders. There's some Falcon ones back there later, but there's some 32 fenders here. These are 175, 32 Ford. Just kind of pan around here. Got a bunch of toys and stuff on this side. Doki pieces on the bottom. There's some Smith Millers over there. 1950s Smith Miller ladder truck. This is a cool one here. The Structo with the shovel on the back. 500 on the airplane prop back there. He's got 150 on that one. That's an interesting one. The Hubley with the power hammer on the back. We got all kinds of steering wheels here. Quite a few Impala ones. 62 out there for $50, cheap enough. 150 on that one, the greenish one. The whole column is 300 with the steering wheel on it. Also got a DeSoto grill here. It's a good piece for a custom. It's missing one end, but $350 for the 54 DeSoto grill. Good enough deal. And we got a few cars for sale here. Got a Chrysler Imperial. Oh boy, the wind is coming up, blowing people's stuff over. I'm going to show you the card on this, and all these cars are the same owner, so you can call them up if you're interested. This one is a 4-door sedan, really nice car, $22,500. And we got a Hudson Hornet here. This one's got the sun visor on it and all. $26,500 on that one. Nice looking Hudson. And we got a Nash Rambler here. This one is $13,500 on that one. Good looking Nash right there.
Hudson Ram.
Oh, it is. Yeah, you're right. It is a Hudson. I saw the hood ornament. I thought that.
See, I paid attention to you. I paid attention. I did know some of them were.
I didn't know they put this on the.
Some of them were labeled as Hudson.
Yeah, I thought that was only on the Nash. I didn't know it was on the Hudson.
And it's a Farina edition. Yeah, I see that.
So this one is a Hudson. It's basically a Nash, but it's a Farina model. It's called a Rambler Custom. It's towards the end of Hudson. You know, they got rid of that name shortly after, and so you'll see some that are basically labeled as a Hudson, even though they're basically a Nash Rambler. And over here we got another Hudson. This one's a coupe. 21.5 on this one. This one's an 8-cylinder too. There it is. Good looking Hudson right there. Coupe. Well, we got a couple more things over here. There's a Stanley steamer here. You can see the steam tank in there.
Yeah,
That
well,
one's
it's
a
got
nice,
a water automatic and all
nice
that
big
on
touring
there.
car. Good looking
You can,
Stanley steamer.
if it's working right,
All
where the
nicely
bypass
restored.
Might be under.
Look at the wild taillight on that, with the directional signals. And we got a pedal car over here. After we show you this, we're going to get over to our booth. We'll show you what we got in the field. We did buy a couple things, and we'll end it over there. 8,500 on a 15 Indian frame. That's a cool pedal car there. 12 grand on that one. And from there, we'll jump over to our booth. Hi folks, as promised, we're going to show you the few things we got here. This was up in the green field. So we did buy a few things here. It was kind of in between where we were going, so we didn't spend a lot of time in this one, but we did get a few things here. Got a nice remote mirror here. That's a good looking remote mirror there. I believe it's a Ford product, if I remember right on that one. But anyway, a nice looking mirror in good condition. That'll polish up good. We got these are 35 Ford windshield brackets that go up at the top of the windshield with a hinge bolts to this. Got a nice Edison home phonograph there. Can kind of pop the lid off it and show you. This is what they call a cylinder player. And they take a cylindrical record that slides onto this tube, and that's your reproducer. Then it would go back to here, and there'd be a big horn that comes off of there. So it's basically an early record player, phonograph. We got this tri-bar grill guard here, 1940s grill guard. These are kind of cool. These are fender guide markers, kind of funky with the red tops on them and the little lights, and you can wire them up so they'll light up. Got this carburetor here. This is a Stromberg, probably a Stromberg 48 right there. Good piece. Got a 1926 or 7 Model T Roadster door, driver's door. Nice solid condition. And the old black paint, and just needs the hinges on it. We do have one of those bodies, so I might use it for that, I'm not sure. And we got this grill here. That's a 1936 Ford pickup. It's missing one bar right there, a little piece of it, and a couple dents there, but a pretty good piece. And it's got the inner panel is still in it down at the bottom. So anyway, that's all we found in the green field. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give us thumbs up, give us good comments. All those things are really appreciated. And we'll keep doing as many as we can. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next round.